Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we are going to learn how you can build your own Streamlit based LLM-powered research assistant. Of course, it is agentic here because I will be using an AI agent here. This is mainly focused on the archive-based published research papers. And if you are someone like me who are trying to keep up with the rapid flood of research, especially in generative AI or any other topic, you probably know how hard it is to stay on the top of this. And every day there is something new. I usually browse Hugging Face daily papers like this one, but often I miss the best works. I believe this is not just my struggle. This is something many researchers, scientists, and even R&D teams face, especially in GNTV. You can probably have other websites. Let's say, for example, domain medicine domain. Of course, we will not have any research papers on medicine here particularly, but if it is related to AI, GNTV, we will have here. So now imagine this, you could, simply type your topic of interest and edit range. You can include that in your query, and an LLM-powered assistant fetches the most relevant research papers for you. But again, this is specific to archive-based research papers. And this is just not a random list, but a conversational and memory-based app that you can interact with. Like it is very natural. And you can also ask follow-up question like if it is memory-based. You can go deeper into the papers, ask about the authors, even explore summaries, or you can get more descriptive response all in a chat interface. And while I was focusing on generative AI today, this is the idea I got. And this can be easily extended to other fields like medicine, physics, mathematics, and more. And for that, you don't need to write anything different. You just put that or build anything different. You just put your topic of interest in that prompt, and you will get it. Um, and this is definitely not meant to replace the comprehensive research tools. It is just extremely useful for quick discovery and especially helpful for organizations with a dedicated R&D team. I myself work in such an environment and I see huge potential there. So let's jump into the Langflow website. Okay, so that we can understand what each of this flow is. The main component is AI agent, and that is connected to GPT-4 or mini model. This is because efficient and also cheap. Here's how the flow is structured. We have connected an AI agent to archive component to pull the research papers directly, and we have added a message history and prompt memory components to enable the context-based conversational experiences. We have set up the chat input and output to make the interaction smooth and structured. Let me show you a quick example. If I go to playground, I was just playing with it. Okay. So there is, I just want to show you this example. Of course, we will try that later as well. I asked to find 3 research papers that is generative AI, but it is also the main application is in medicine. That gave me the standard checklist, standardized testing, and assessment guidance for evaluating generative AI reliability. And we also have the second, which is artificial intelligence enabled precision medicine for inflammatory skin disease. And the third one is comparisons between a large language model, real-time compound diagnostic model AI interface with physicians for common internal medicine cases during the simulated patients. And then I also asked like who authored this tree, and then can you talk about a little bit descriptive about the third paper? Okay, and as you can see, we already have a structured list of the authors and as well as the descriptive summary of this paper. Um, Now this Langflow solution, whatever I just show you as a flow, this works great, but we can make it accessible to everyone in the organization by publishing it as a web app, right? Using Streamlit. This is what I have done here. So when you click on this publish and you have this API access button, you will need this Python code, especially this API URL and also a token that you can generate. This will be secret key. Okay. I have written this simple Python script. Let me show you. This is the GitHub repository, and this is the script I was talking about. I will just walk you through the main examples, the main functions. So this is a mass token. This has a part of the token to keep it structured and when displayed. Obviously, you can try to understand. You can by yourself, and you can just skip the video and go for the demo part at last. Also, we have this structured context, text structured content that cleans the complex API responses because it comes with in JSON structure. But this function actually checks the cleaner version or the main message. And then we have format structured response, formats the bullet lists and summaries to make them look clean. And we also have this what is in the parse paper data, there is assistance reply, identifies paper titles, authors, summaries, and links, because that is important when we are putting that as a data frame or tabular form. We will see once we move into the Streamlit app. Um, parse paper data. Then we have something like format structured bullet list. Again, this is something to you know beautify the list of papers into user friendly format. And then we can display it. For now, I have kept it maximum 3. You can also change it, but based on my experience with the context window and all, I have kept it very small. Um, and then we have a function for creating data frame, and also these two functions is needed when the query is a little bit different. It is not directly asking for a retrieval, but the question that is involved in particular response, which is actually the previous response from the LLM. And then we have lastly the Streamlit side. This is just to beautify the user experience, like something how to use it, what are the example prompts, and also follow-up questions. So now I have written 4, 2, 3, but be very specific. Try to keep it 2. Of course, you can extend it for larger. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's go to this. This is the app. You can access it using this what it is called URL. And on the left side bar, you will find a quick guide how to use it. I have already embedded the OpenAI API within the Langflow setup, so anyone can try it. Probably I will do it because that if anyone misuses it, it will cost a lot for me. You will just need a Langflow token. I will just quickly show you. You can also fork it and then make changes on top of that. And one thing to keep in mind, it's best to keep your prompts very specific and aim for shorter responses. This helps to avoid issues related to the context window, especially if you are using models with smaller, context limits. I have sometimes ran into errors when pushing those limits. Anyway, let's try something I personally been reading about. I'm sure I will get some responses. So let's see. While it is responding to my query, on the left you can see like we have a debug API URL. This is the URL we will get from. You can also check this, but when you go to publish API access, this is what you are going to. And then the Langflow token, which is the secret key. I have not printed the entire thing, but you need to, you know, if it is like this, then most probably it will work. Sometimes I was having some issues because there is something called bearer before this Langflow token when I was testing in local. But I believe when you are deploying it, it is no longer required. So that was one of the issues I was having. I try to keep it very transparent, so I know whether it will work or not. If I see something different, then most probably it will not work. I can also, I mean, while you were checking generating this Langflow token, you can also check whether that particular token is being generated here or not. If it is not, then we have some issue. Okay, so we have this gateway timeout error. Why is it? Because most probably, yeah, I see. I have already got the response here, but not there. So let's try a different prompt because sometimes it is a little slow and that gives an error. So let's go with this prompt that I was already mentioned as an example prompt. Yes. As you can see, we have 3 different papers. This is the paper I was talking about. This is great paper. You should also read about it. We have also the links. If you click on it, it will directly go to that particular research paper. Okay, we already have it here. Come on. Yeah. So great paper. Anyway, similarly, you can read the title and the authors and the summary. This is the Python code looks a little larger because I'm trying to structure it very well. And then we have this PDF link, and same goes for all 3. Also, we have this tabular structure. You can click on this download CSV and it will just download it for you and keep it your local. Anyway, you can also ask, let's say, who are the authors. You see, this isn't downloaded. Who are the authors for the first paper you mentioned? Okay, it will again go through and then run the entire thing. You can also create different agents for that, like an orchestrated agents. But for now, I'm just trying to keep it very simple. Next, I will ask like, what is the, can you briefly describe what is about? Oh, you already have it here as a summary. So something like this. Let's. We will ask like, yes, I see. These are the authors, and let's talk about the second paper. I'm trying to jump here and there in so that I can show you that this message memory is really helpful here. Initially I asked about this. Now I am asking some question which is related to this or this and that. You see, we have methodology development, energy consumption focus, environmental impact assessment, and so on. So that's it. You can definitely make many more changes. I believe this is helpful for you. And let me know what you think about it, and see you in next video. Thank you.